Yo, yo, yo. Oh, shoot. Okay. Ooh. I had fixed this the other day. The thing I used isn't here though. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Is the green screen greened out now? It's kind of not. I mean, it kind of is. It's fine. Okay. I think we're cool. I think we're all good. We're gonna do this. Pull this up here. Pull this up over here. Oh, interesting. Okay. How we doing, everybody? Everyone cool? Everyone chilling? Because we're gonna be chilling. Nah. I gotta gotta see what we wanna shiny hunt. Remember last time we were trying to get ooh, Popplio's not a bad idea. No, last time we were trying to get Esper outbreak, I believe. A lot has happened. I know it hasn't really felt like a lot, but a lot has happened since the last time I've streamed. Which sucks. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Give me a second. There we go. Sorry, I didn't have the chats open. I think we're good now. No, a lot happened since the last time I streamed. I know it didn't seem like it, right? But I got hacked on my Discord. Right? Which kind of ruined my whole momentum going into the week, you know? It's terrible, right? I got hacked. This was, oof, I want to say this was last week. I got hacked on Discord, so I had to log in and change all the stuff, and you know, it's on me, right? I never had two-factor on, but I did turn on two-factor authentication, whatever it is, right? But that caused me to go into a spiral, I'm not gonna lie, of, well, let's update every single password I have now, you know what I mean? So I went into a big spiral of changing the password to everything, which included my, you know, my email, my, basically everything, right? Twitch. And so enabling two-factor, I'm going to reset this actually. Enabling two-factor on everything logs you out of everything, right? Except for the device that you're in. So I had to go through a lot of, you know, re-logging in on all my devices, because I do have, I currently, I actively use 3. My laptop is kind of more of a school thing right now. Not even really a school thing, but it doesn't use as many as like I don't go on Twitch on my laptop, right? I kind of just use my laptop for like 3D printing stuff, and you know, if I need to take something somewhere. But anyways, yeah, so I have 3 devices, right? My iPad, my iPhone, and my PC, and I'm waiting for the TV to log me out of everything, because that's gonna happen, right? My TV is gonna log me out of everything, and then I have to, oh, I need to check what we have here outbreak wise. Yeah, and once my TV logs me out of everything, I believe that will be like the start of having everything logged in again, right? Because I think we'll be good after that. But yeah, everything went smoothly. I think we're okay now, but it's kind of scary getting hacked, you know? It's kind of sad, right? Because a lot of the discords I was in, right, they kicked me out and they banned me. Actually, they banned me for like, you know, because when I was hacked, the guy was just sending out like a spam Steam link. I mean, it's fine, right? I'm not gonna talk I didn't really talk to them, a lot of them anyways, right? That's why they kicked me or banned me. But it also made me clean up my Discord a lot, right? Like I left a lot of servers that I had not been in a long time. So trying to see the upside, you know, the upside of, no, I actually don't have to do that. We'll just go straight back in. Yeah, trying to see the upside of everything that went wrong, but you know, it is what it is. Kind of scary. Very scary, actually. I mean, it's fine. You know, you learn from these, right? That's, I'm trying to, like, you know, granted it is scary as heck, right? Like, so I just got a notification. My friends text me like, "Yo, I think you're hacked." I was like, "Man," and like, I hadn't ever been hacked before. I'll be honest with you. I kind of am usually pretty safe with everything. I think I know exactly what it was that caused it. So I know never to do that again. We went to a shady website to download something, basically an emulator. I'll just say I can't pirate. I'm not gonna pirate games anymore. I'm not gonna pirate anything anymore. They got me. The corpos got me. Vullaby's a pretty good shiny, actually. Let's shiny hunt Vullaby. I think Vullaby's gonna be pretty good, actually. I think that'll be a nice shiny. And we don't have that anyways, so we might be able to get 2 and have this pretty sorted. But yeah, interesting experience. Not a fun experience. I wouldn't say fun at all, but interesting nonetheless. And yeah, wasn't bad. Like I said, you can learn from these things and it makes you stronger. Yeah. Give me a second, I'm checking something on my iPad. Okay, we're good. I'm good. Okay. Favorite Gen 9 shiny? I don't even have a Gen 9 shiny on me in my party. Let's see, what do I have that's Gen 9 shiny? Nothing's really coming to mind. Let's see. I mean, Lechonk isn't that bad, right? I kind of like the pink change. I'm not really about some of these. That's tough. I actually don't. Shiny Coco. Yeah, I mean, the starters. The starters are not really like super cool, to me at least. Tinkaton, I like Tinkaton the way Tinkaton changes. Wiglet, I like Wiglet. Wiglet's kind of yellow. Yeah, like the starters aren't really super cool to me, I'll be honest. They get pastel, which is I guess nice, right? If you kind of like that. But I would say from the starters, I think Meowscaradas and Sprigatito is my favorite of the starter shiny. But I can't tell. That's definitely not my favorite shiny of all the Gen 9s though. You know who I do actually like? I don't mind Fido. Fido's pretty nice. Dachshund is okay. No, actually Dachshund's not good. I like Fido. A little burnt. He gets like a little burnt. It looks like wheat bread instead of regular bread. What else? That's a tough question. Your first Gen 9 shiny. Oh, you know what? Tarantula's pretty nice. The change on Tarantula and Spidops is actually crazy. It turns into actual Spider-Man. That's why this one's named Tom from Tom Holland. And this is Tobey Maguire. I have Andrew and Miles Morales somewhere else. But yeah, you know, we have Winkaloni's not bad. That's a good question though. I do like Smoliv too. I like Smoliv a lot because it gets a black olive. I think that's very like clever. I don't know. Dolive, I like Dolive too, but our Boliva is like not really that much of a difference, right? The olives are black, but they were already kind of purple. Smoliv and Fido might be some of my favorites for Gen 9. I know I'm missing a lot of Pokemon here. A lot of shinies, but it's like, I don't really know if they would really make it to Bellibolt. You know what? Bellibolt. Bellibolt's a good shiny. Bellibolt's a really good shiny, actually. Hydrapple. Hydrapple's pretty good. You know what? Actually, Hydrapple was on my squad for a while. So I would have to agree with you a bit there. Hydrapple. That is a good one. Dondozo is pretty nice. Where's my Hydrapple? Find him. I don't know where I put him. Is he in the special box? He's not. He's got to be somewhere here. Oh, there he was. Yeah, I got Driplin. I named him Driplin, even though he's a Hydrapple now. Hydrapple's nice, and you know what? I like it because of the Syrup Bomb, right? Syrup Bomb changes to yellow instead of red because he's shiny, so I think that's pretty cool. Now I think Bellibolt, Hydrapple is nice. I think Bellibolt is one of the nice ones though. I would think Bellibolt. I would say Bellibolt, I think. That is tough though. Never really gave it much thought. Okay, we're going for the Vullaby outbreak, but I can't resist the items on the floor. Let's go this way. He's north. Let's check out this outbreak. It might be a daytime outbreak. Is it a daytime outbreak? Yikes, it might be a daytime outbreak. Okay. We can still chill around here until the morning. Oh. You got a shiny Rage Streams and got an Eevee. Oh, cool. Shiny Eevee. I have never gotten a shiny raid. I've never joined one either. I wanted to do I think I did do it for Gimmighoul. I tried to get a shiny raid for Gimmighoul, right? But I never got a shiny. But to be fair, I didn't do that many raids. I want to say I did like probably 50. I did 50 raids for the Gimmighoul, but I never got the shiny. That is sad. It has never left his team. Yeah. I have a couple that never leave my team. Like my party right now is shiny Latias, which is a given, right? I got this guy in a Dynamax adventure, but Latias is just fast, so I like using him to clear out outbreaks. Breloom is currently my false swiper. I got my Metagross, who will probably never leave my team. Sylveon, I don't think Sylveon will leave my team either. I like my Sylveon a lot. The Rayquaza we got, I don't think he'll leave the team for a while. I think if anyone was to leave, it would probably be Dragonair, but I don't know about that yet. Someone else, I have to get a shiny that's really good to want to switch him out. Kind of how it goes. If something really cool pops out, the first two are the only ones that are really like, you know, I need on my party. I have the false swipe Spore Breloom to make sure I catch a shiny if he's giving me problems. And then I have it's just fast. Latias is just fast, you know. You can clear out Pokemon really fast. Trying to breed a shiny Dragonair. I see. I found mine in the water. In an outbreak in the main ocean area, in the main map. Yeah, no, I have terrible luck when it comes to breeding shiny Pokemon, hatching eggs. So like, I ain't about it. If I can get them in an outbreak, I'll get it in an outbreak. We'll prefer that. I need to drink some water. Ugh. Why'd that go down so hard? I swallowed that hard. Okay, there is Volibes here, which means either it lied to me or this outbreak is somewhere really weird. Or it's bugged out. I'm right on it. I do not believe there's a cave in here, is there? There shouldn't be a cave here. I think the outbreak's bugged, because there are Volibes spawning here. That is unfortunate. Perhaps more this way? I don't know. I really don't think there's a cave under here. There is a cave over here. Or, I don't think it's a cave. I think it's just an outcropping. Like, I think it's just a small... Yeah, it is. Just a small thing. Yeah, I think we need to find a new outbreak. I don't think that one's gonna be that one's gonna work. We need this guy, but I don't know if I want to shiny hunt him right now. Played enough in game. He played enough of the game in French to get Ditto, so I could do it for him. I see. He doesn't know French. Yeah, to get like region Pokemon, I kind of just use Pokemon Home on my mobile device. And when you use Pokemon Home, you can actually just use the GTS, search up a Ditto. I know a lot of people like want outrageous things on Pokemon Home, which is ridiculous, but I mean, if you put out a Pokemon and say, I want a Ditto from a different region, you might actually get lucky. A lot of people in the world. But I've gotten a couple Dittos myself, but they're not a different region, right? Masuda Method. I think I have one that's really good. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, it's this one right here. Oh, actually, no, this is a good one. This is an English one. I have a Japanese one somewhere else. That's a high IV one, though. I have no idea where I put the guy, though. But yeah, I have a couple of things. Oh, he's probably here. It's this one, right? Yeah. Shiny Japanese. Yeah. Yeah, if it's foreign, it has a higher chance to be shiny. But honestly, a Dratini or a Dragonair, you can probably find one kind of quickly. Just doing like, let's see, going over here. In this area, the Casarroyo Lake, there's a chance if you like stand, okay, so there is some here too, right? But over here is probably better. Let's see if we can try to see if we can get one. Because this is probably easier. I don't know if maybe you have really good luck shiny hunting with eggs, but I don't at all. Right? It'll take me like 1,000 eggs before I even find one shiny. And I've done it in the past and it's just terrible for me. But going over here, right? If you check the map, we probably should go into Casarroyo Lake, right? If you check the map, you might be able to find like areas where the Dratini or Dragonair are at. Let's try here. No, but he does spawn here in this area. And what I do to change outbreaks, right? You can do what I did in the beginning, right? I opened up the game and then I closed the game over and over again. You can do that, but that method only works if you don't have autosaves on. You have to turn off autosave, but let's say here. I'm not so sure where he would be. Oh no, he doesn't know Shiny Dragonite's not pink. Oh no. That's That's gonna be sad. But yeah, you just go here, right, wherever you think there would be a Dragonite outbreak, and you can press home. Actually, it's better to open the map. Right, you have the map open. You zoom out one, press home. You go to system settings, all the way down to system, date and time. You want the synchronized clock to be off, and you don't have to do anything. Just press A through here, right, and then press home. Press home again. And if you did it right, which I don't think I did. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't actually know what makes it work. I just do it again. All right, you can go a little faster now. Home and home. There you go. The outbreaks changed, right? So now we have different outbreaks. And you can keep doing that until you get a Dragonite or a Dragonair outbreak in the lake. The Dragonair does spawn here, so you want to be like near the area. You just keep doing that and you might be able to get an outbreak. And outbreaks have way higher chances to get shinies, right? So I think I have a shiny Clotcher already, so I don't think I want that. Mischievous would be cool, but that's a nighttime hunt. I don't really want to do that right now. Wait, we had an Ursaring outbreak? Ooh. That might be cool. You know what? I might do the Ursaring outbreak. Let's check out what else we have over here. Ghastly is pretty good. We do need... Actually, I think we need routes too. Don't need a Sentret. Lapras. Minior. Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna do the Ursaring outbreak. This is a tough one because I don't know where it would... It looks like it's gonna be up top. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be up top. So let's go here and we'll fly up. We'll go over there. Yeah, it's just if you reset, the outbreaks are just honestly, well, reset. It's because the outbreaks reset at like 12 o'clock, right, every day. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So yeah, if you like go to Castle Royal Lake, if you don't want to do the time stuff, you can go to Castle Royal Lake like before the day changes, right? And then when you turn on the game the next day, you can just open it up, check the outbreaks, close it, open up the game again, check the outbreaks, close it, open it up, check the outbreaks. So make sure a Pokemon does not touch you, because if you have autosaves, you will be locked into that outbreak. Where is the Ursaring though? Is he up or down? Oh, I think he's up. Okay, it's up here. Yeah. That's how I got mine. And if you do outbreaks, it's usually just done like this. You're gonna knock out all of the Pokemon. No, not all of them. You're gonna knock out 60. Shiny Mechagodzilla. They're down here more. Yeah, you're gonna knock out 60 Ursarings or 60 whatever you're doing in the outbreak. And then you just like either picnic or drive around. I drive around because I like it. You just have to respawn them and despawn them by just leaving the area. Mechagodzilla. I have a shiny that's Duraludon. The trick is to look at... He's like duller, almost, than the regular one, right? He's not super duper shiny. I like his evolve form a lot more, though. I don't remember if I got 2 of them for the shinies. I might have. Let's check. I did get both. Yeah, the thing I used was the top of his head. Oh, Paradox fully evolved Larvitar. You know, I didn't even think about that. Paradox Tyranitar. I don't have that guy. I thought you were talking about this guy. Kind of mecha. But you're right. Yeah, the other guy's more mecha. I don't have that. I need to at some point go into the shiny hunt in there. 'Cause I have Iron Hands. I have, what's his name? Iron Valiant. Someone else. I forget the other one I have. Oh, no, not the Moth. Or is it the Moth? I think I have Iron Moth too. Yeah, I do need to go in there at some point and shiny hunt all of them. Power Ranger. He's a Mechazord or whatever they're called. I think I have a shiny Ursaring, but I do not have a second one for Ursaluna. So that'll be the plan, so we can transfer this guy to Legends Arceus and evolve him. Or can you evolve Ursaring in this game? I think you can. I think there's a thing to do though. We'll see. And yesterday, I kind of slept in. But when I woke up, right, I kind of had to go straight to class. So I only ate once yesterday and now I'm getting hungry. But it is 5 in the morning for me, so breakfast will probably happen this morning. I'll probably eat breakfast later. Not later. When I end stream, which will probably be in a while. I'm gonna play for a while. There's so many things I want to do. Okay, definitely getting lower. Oh, come on, man. There's so many things I want to do, but I need to beat Shin Megami Tensei 5 first. I need to grind that game so bad. Oh yeah, for real. .NET mods. Everybody cheats. It is very unfortunate to see all that. Oh, the outbreak goes kind of far, actually. We'll probably just do this as a loop. We'll go down here and we'll go up and then around. Yeah, no, it is unfortunate to see all that. I like shiny hunting for the act of hunting, you know what I mean? Like if I stay here for 3 hours and don't find a shiny, then that's like honestly fine by me. You know, like I'd rather do that than cheat a shiny in. There's no like, you know, sense of accomplishment. and cheating a shiny in. For me, it's fun to do this. I have way too many shinies though. Way too many. I've been doing this for quite a while. Like there's a stream where I literally stream exists. I don't know which stream it was. I can't quote it or find it. But there's a stream where I literally shiny hunted a whole box full of shiny Beldums. The goal was to make them all Metagross, right? A box full of Metagross. I have one on me, that's why he's missing. But yeah, no, I didn't do that. It's because they had an event where he could be... Where is he? There he is. They had an event where he could have the charismatic mark. So this is the Rizzler. Beldum with the Rizzler. Those guys were hard only because since he has a really low catch rate, you actively have to try to catch them, right? Like you can't just throw any ball at him and it catches. Like his catch, Beldum's catch rate is extremely low. Actually, there's a video. I think I made a YouTube video on it actually. No, I did make a YouTube video on getting Metagross. Because I caught a whole box full of them. Global Shade trying to complete the decks in non-shinies. I see. Yeah, no, I'll be honest. If you play Pokemon Go, right? Like this weekend, there's gonna be a community day in Pokemon Go. If you play Pokemon Go and you get a community day, the shiny odds of finding in Pokemon Go are like super duper high, right? So I actually don't remember who's gonna be this Pokemon Go day. But if you do that, right, and you shiny hunt or you get a lot of shinies, because like I usually end a lot of Pokemon Go days with like double-digit shinies, right? Like the last one was Totodile. Like I think I got like, I don't remember, like it was at least 10 shiny Totodiles, right? And I got like 17 shiny Fuecocos, right? Here's the same as legendary, so like I can just show you really on my Pokemon Go app. I don't remember what's coming up though, but like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shiny Totodiles, and I evolved one. That's 7 because I evolved one. But like you see, you do this right, and you just like catch a whole bunch of shinies. It's not gonna pick it up because the guy's green. Anyways, you do that, you got a whole bunch of shinies, right? And then you can put them to Pokemon Home and trade them, right? Like, you know, all my shiny Fuecocos. Right, you can put them on Pokemon Home and trade them away, and you can request things that you need. That's how I did it when I wanted to complete the national, because my Pokemon Home has like, it's full. It has the national decks completed, right? And so what I did was many years ago there was a Magikarp, a golden Magikarp event for Pokemon Go, or a shiny Magikarp, right? But they're golden. And I caught like 40, no joke, like 40, right? And I was like, well, I never played blah 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 games, so I don't have a like I never had a Kyogre or something, right? I did have a Kyogre, but it was like Reshiram, right? Like I never actually had a Reshiram in anything, right? Because I played Pokemon White And then for some reason I thought I could get black too, right, instead of white too, so I kind of just got Zekrom twice. But you know, I never had a Reshiram, right? So I was like, you know what, let me ask for a Reshiram, and I got one. A Reshiram for a shiny Magikarp, you know, like shinies are actually just like good, you know, trade deals. But this weekend is, I forget who's gonna be this weekend. Let's see, Pokemon Go Community Day, April. Oh, it's Vanillite. Oh yeah, Beldum's catch rate is ridiculous, dude. Catching a whole box was not hard. It wasn't hard to find them. It was hard to catch them. I believe there's a YouTube video on my channel promoting. Yeah. No, it's hard, dude. Like, some of them did not want to stay in the ball, and most of them are caught in timer balls, you know, like that's how bad it was. But I had a mission, you know. It was not hard to find them, it was just hard to catch them. But I had a mission to complete the box. And you see, my idea was to catch all of them and, you know, give some away, right? But I kind of got greedy. I'm not going to give them away because, you know, it was harder to do than it normally is. But I do have a bunch of shiny Beldums that are 100% legit caught, and it has a YouTube video to prove it. Nah. There's a live stream to prove it and a YouTube video to prove it, so they are 100% legit. We are looking for Green Bear, but it's funny because actually I'm like 100% sure I have one already. Ursaring, what number would Ursaring be? Yeah, there he is. I do have an Ursaring shiny. So what we're really doing is we're trying to get another one to see if we can evolve it into Blood Moon. Not Blood Moon, just regular Ursaluna. We might actually do that today if I get one. I was thinking about jumping games to the goal was not to just play Pokemon, right? Or play Scarlet and Violet. I was thinking about jumping games to Legends Arceus, maybe something else. See how the day goes. Look, these guys are Billy Goats. So I recently decided that I was gonna start the Great Big Gundam journey. I want to watch every single Gundam show out there, and there's quite a lot. There's actually a lot. But I watched a little bit of one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but I watched a little bit of it, and I don't remember like anything of it, but I do know that I think it was like one episode of Iron-Blooded Orphans. Oh, that scared me. I thought that was a shiny, but it's just Grumpig. and I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. And then I never once again touched you can evolve it in this game as well. There might be an item for it or something, a different item, because you need the peat brick. Let's see, can you? We can search it. Yeah, that's why I want. There's a new one currently airing. That's why I want to get into it. You go to the Timeless Woods to get Blood Moon, though. I want. I mean, I could do Blood Moon. Actually, it can't. There is no way to get it. It has to be. Yeah, no, it has to be. You have. There's no way to do it. You get Blood Moon from the story. Yeah, that was another reason why I wanted to. Wanted to watch Gundam, because of the new one airing. Was it like? I think it's Q or GQUUX or something. It's on Prime Video, but it looked pretty decent. They always look good, right? Like the Witch from Mercury looked sick, right? Like that anime looked good. I saw a lot of clips from that. All right, I never watched it, but I saw clips, and I was like, whoa. But I feel like I'm not ingrained in the lore, right? Like I actually don't know anything about it. Like when I searched up like the watch order or the recommended watch order, they were like, oh, you want to watch Before the War? And I was like, what? Before the War? Just tell me the order. Like I actually don't know anything about the whole lore behind it, right? There's like a 1-year war or something that happens, and then like this happens and that happens, and then there's like spin-offs. Can I help you set up Pokemon Go? What do you mean by that? What do you need help with? It was bothering me that was up there. Oh, how to set up home. Yeah, okay, so what you're gonna want to do is when you're in Pokemon Home, on Pokemon Go, right? I'll try to show you right here. When you're in Pokemon Go, you're gonna go into the menu, right? You're gonna hit settings. And when you're in settings, there'll be connected devices and services. And when you're there, it'll say Pokemon Home, and it tells you the process to do that. So I can try to show you. The thing is, the green screen will cover it, or cut it out. Oh, there's an egg. Sorry about that. That's a hatching egg. So you're gonna click the Pokeball in the middle, right? And when you click the Pokeball in the middle, it's not gonna show you very well. There's gonna be a little settings bar. Yeah, you got it then. You go to settings and it'll say connected devices. And it tells you exactly what to do to connect it. Okay, let's get out of here. Oops. No, no, we're gonna get caught in a loop. Oh no, we're good. Yeah. Yeah, no, it always intrigued me, right? Gundam. Plus, I kind of do watch a lot of mech anime, like unintentionally. Sometimes I'll be watching the anime and like mechs will come out and I'm like, whoa. Right, like Code Geass. I had no idea it was like gonna be that heavily meched. But like, you know, I loved it, right? Code Geass is like literally top 3 anime for me, you know, like no joke. Code Geass is just really good. So I definitely am not going to be new to the mech genre, but this is like the mech anime, right? Like Gundam is like heavily on mechs, so I think it's gonna be kind of cool to see all that. Yeah, I've always been interested, never actually gave Gundam a try, a real try, should I say. So I think it'll be fun to actually watch this. The thing is, there's a lot, right? So I will never like, I don't think I'll run out of content for a while to watch. Because I believe when I looked at it, it was like the first series is You Love Dr. Robotnik. The first series is Gundam The Origin, and when I looked at it, it was like, I think it's 6 episodes, but each episode is like an hour, roughly an hour long. So like 6 hours of an introduction, right? And then it gets into like the actual series, and those series are like 50 plus episodes, like each one, no joke. And there's like 3 before you start getting into other stuff. And of course there's spin-offs, but the spin-offs, they say like you can watch whenever. Like it doesn't really matter because most of the story takes place in its own like time, you know? That's kind of cool. Yeah. A 6-hour jump in is kind of a lot still, right? I wasn't ready for that. I'm not as young as I used to be. Binging anime used to be super easy, right? Like, I would just stay in bed. But I have priorities a bit now. What is this? Is this guy shiny? No, he's not. He was in the grass and he looked a little weird, but he was not shiny. Yeah, and the new one, the QU or GQ UUUX is like an alternate timeline to like the first ones or something. That's what I saw. But people were saying like you do need to know up to a certain point in the main series to understand what is like happening in the new one. So that's kind of funny. Another thing I kind of want to watch is Daima, Dragon Ball Daima. I still haven't watched it. I said I was going to, but I still haven't. The good thing about that one, right, is like I can watch that like English dubbed and have it in the background. Not like, you know, like I could be doing stuff and watch it at the same time. Whenever you watch other things, you have to actually focus so I could read the subtitles. Yeah. Tomorrow I gotta go. I gotta change my brake light. Not tomorrow. Today. It's already tomorrow. I changed my brake light. My brake light went out. But I was thinking, right? Like, my brake light is out. I have to drive to the store to fix my brake light. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. No. Am I gonna need someone to take me, or am I allowed to drive to the store to get my brake light fixed if my brake light is out? What is the legality of that? You know, like, you're not supposed to drive without your brake lights functioning, right? But like, one of mine is out. I'm gonna go fix it, but I have to still get there. I suppose I can always just tell them that I'm going right now. The Walmart isn't too far from me, so I should be able to do it inconspicuously, hopefully. Knock on wood, right? Don't know. Why does it hurt right here? Yeah. Quite the conundrum. You get 2 light bulbs in the pack. Would it be worth just changing them both out? Probably is just worth changing them both out. I really need to drink water. Yeah, I'll probably just change them both out. I don't think this car, I did it for another car, switch the bulbs out. I don't think this car is as much as a pain, but I think I have to go through the trunk to do it. There's other cars, like, you have to take off, like for headlights, right? You have to take off the front bumper. That's crazy. No, I haven't. I also saw that one there when I was looking for the Gundams, right? Because I was checking on Crunchyroll to see if they were good, or if they were there. And then I was looking around other places. I think I saw Prime Video. I don't remember where it was at, but I saw that Knights and Magic. I did see that one there, but I have not seen it. Mechs in a magical fantasy world. That sounds kind of cool. Now, I just saw the cover and was like, is that part of the Gundam series? And I was like, no, it's not. Then I scrolled, but I did read it. I did read the title. It's good. Okay, yeah, I might give that one a watch too. Then we'll see. I have a list right now of things to watch. At the top of that list, honestly, at the top of the list for me that of like shows or anime, mainly anime that I want to watch is Fire Force. I need to finish Fire Force, dude. Or finish season 2 so I can start watching the new season that's coming out, season 3. Cause like I kind of stopped. It was okay, so a long time ago when season 2 came out, I watched all of season 1 when it came out. When season 2 came out, I stopped like an episode like I want to say 14 or something. And I never went back, right? And I was like, man, you know what? I need to rewatch this. And then I want to say a couple years, 2 years after, right? I started watching it. I didn't know where I was at all. I didn't remember anything. So when I heard season 3 came back, I was like, I'm gonna rewatch everything. So I rewatched all of season 1. And now I'm on like episode 9 of season 2, but I haven't like got back into it. Like after I did that initial binge, I kind of stopped again. I've been watching like 1 or 2 episodes here or there. Here and there, you know. Just, there hasn't been a long binge session in a while. Which is really holding me back, man. I need a long binge session of Fire Force. About a Gundam fan who gets reincarnated into a magical fantasy world that has mechs. Okay. It's an isekai. I watched one like that, but it wasn't called that. I think it was called like Trapped in a Dating Sim. Was it that? No, I don't think it was that one. I don't remember. It was one of those. I think it was that actually. Or, God, I don't remember what it was called. But I watched one like that where he dies and he gets put, I think it is that one, he gets put into a game, but he had already beaten the game, so he knew where everything in the game was. But there's like a character, another character in the game who kind of knows where everything in the game is too, so it's like, huh. She's not part of the real story. I think it's that one. Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Kind of weird, right? But like, it wasn't that bad. I think it was one of those. I every now and then I go on these like watching sprees where I'll be bored and I'll watch the first episode of something that like I've never heard about. And then I'll be like, oh, that's good. And then I'll watch like 5 episodes and never return to it. Like I did it with, what was that other one I did that to? It recently came out. It was like Online Shopper in Another World or something. Where the guy literally just, he gets reincarnated into another world, but he has like Amazon. So he can like buy stuff and he can sell stuff too. some of these are like not that bad, honestly, right? And it's like you get to find out like, oh, it's just something to kill time when I'm bored. Businessman gets reincarnated into a girl's body and one of those kind of games. Bureaucrat to villainous. I have not seen that. I have not seen that. Bureaucrat to villainous. I do watch a lot of those villainess animes though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I watched it's like something like I'm the villainess in this life or something. There's like a whole bunch there like that, but like this one was like she dies or something in the main game and she has to try not to die in this one. Or she doesn't want to die. I don't remember. It's literally so much. That's kind of the premise to all of them though. I'll be honest. They're just funny to watch. That time you got reincarnated as a slime. I love that one. I'll be honest, I love that one. The slime anime, I love it. I'm sorry, I love it. There's like so much like world building in that anime that it's like, whoa, you know what? Now, granted, it is. I have recently heard people. There's like a whole because of solo leveling, right? I loved solo leveling, right? And I realized that I kind of like these power scaling animes or mangas, whatever, right? Whatever medium. These power scaling types, right? I really like them, but a lot of people hate them. Like, there's a lot of people who like hate it, right? And they're like always like, oh, solo leveling's bad because it's boring, right? It's boring, and then like the fight scene is cool, but then like you just know he's gonna win all the time, right? This and that, and I'm like, well, like I don't know. Rimuru, yeah. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. I take it for the hype, right? Like, honestly, I do like them a lot. And I do like whenever the world is, like, built out, right? Like, solo leveling is getting to that point. Spoiler alert, right? I have read solo leveling, so I know how it is. But, you know, it is going to get wider, right? Because you realize the first 2 seasons of solo leveling, you haven't even seen the rest of the world yet. They've only been in South Korea. Right, so like solo leveling is about to get crazier. Yeah, even though he does win, they always make it a close battle, and like the fight scenes are cool. Right, so like I take it per fight. Like I don't really care if he's gonna win all the time, right? It's like, oh dang, he got punched and he actually got beat pretty hard. But you know, it is what it is. Like I was saying, right? Like, solo leveling still has a lot. Like, I want to say this is like 40% into the actual original material. 2 seasons, so I want to say there's going to be 2 more seasons. Rimuru with solo Sung Jin Woo. Yeah, probably. Rimuru is kind of OP at this point, right? But yeah, like people complain about that, and like it's even the slime anime, right? Like he keeps getting stronger and stronger. For me, right? I don't know if this is like, this is probably super spoiler heavy, right? This is gonna be a big spoiler. For me, reincarnated as a slime got really goated when Shauna died. I think it was Shauna. No, it wasn't Shauna. Shion. When Shion died, and he went berserk and came back and brought her back to life. That's when it popped off. I was like, ooh, this is good. But when like half his city got destroyed and like died, I was like, dude, there's no way. I lost it, you know. I was like, dang. That's a big spoiler there, by the way. If anybody has not watched that season, I think it's like season 3 or 4. If you have not seen that season, sorry for the spoiler. But yeah, when that happened, I was like, okay, this thing's kicking off. Alright, because then he popped off and became a demon lord. Yeah, right, he was OP because he got his name. Yeah, no, when that happened, I was like, this is going crazy. This is going crazy. It's pretty good. There's another one that's pretty good right now. Or it wasn't. It came out a while ago. Suki something about the moon goddess or something. It's the guy who can't really speak, or actually, I think they changed that. But he can't speak human, but he can speak every other language. That one's also a power-up fantasy, right? But I mean, like I said, I love him. That guy's more OP for his own good. That one's pretty good too, I would say. Because it has like side characters. I forget what it's called. Suki something. Yeah, and that's why all the ogres, because the name bombs. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I think it's an allergy day today. Because the name bombs work both ways, so it's power. Yeah, that's why all the ogres leveled up and became like human shaped, human-esque. I think it's a bad allergy day today, which sucks. Blizzard just rolled in. Dope. Blizzard is lagging my game. The Blizzard is very lagging my game. By the way, I'm gonna make this announcement here because I don't really know. Well, no one really here is watching on there because, you know, I'm not streaming on there. I'm not gonna stream on Kick anymore. I think I never really got any traction, right? Never really got any movement. There's not a lot of people on there, and I kind of don't really care for it anymore. It was kind of just to try to expand and grow, you know, but I don't really see myself. I never really interacted with the Kick chat anyways, right? Because every time I would open Kick chat, it was always just someone saying follow me back or whatever. So it wasn't really that great. So I'm not going to be streaming on Kick anymore. Yeah. The Kick streams will not for a while at least, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to it at some point, but I'm just not about it. Plus, now that we have the double YouTube streams going, right, where you can now watch full screen and short format, I think I'm happier with that than I am wasting bandwidth on Kick. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure no one really watched me on there anyways. It was full of bots whenever I would actually interact with my chat on there. It was just not a good spot. Not a good place to stream. You like Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation? I watched that one. I did watch that one. I did not watch the newest season though. But that one's a bit much. I won't lie. Okay, so that one does get a little freaky. For me, at least. Like, you know, it is a power fantasy and it is kind of good. Right? But that one does have a lot of, like, moments, you know? A little weird. You do have to get past the weird moments. But it's a little too much sometimes. Like, I know the new season goes a little freaky deaky, so I don't know. I have not watched the new season though, but everything else I've seen. Season 2 brings everything together. Yeah, I watched. What's the newest season? Is it season 4? I think it's season 4. I haven't watched that, but I watched all the other stuff. Whatever the latest season is the one I didn't watch. I watched everything else though. But it is good, right? Like, honestly, I like the concept and everything behind it. It's just, it is very, it feels like a pretty horny anime, you know what I mean? I didn't want to say the word, but it feels like that. Like, there's no other word to describe it. It just feels like that. It's like, oh, that's happening now, you know? What season is it? Hold up, I need to check. Maybe I'm mistaken. Jobless. There's only 2 seasons? Surely not. Was it? There was split then. It must have been split. Or maybe I watched. Hold up. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's where I'm confused. They had split. It was a split season. Yeah, no, it was a split season too. I watched the first half of season 2 up to episode 12, and then I stopped because episode 13 there was like a whole it was like a season gap. Yeah, my bad. Season 2 was split into 2 different, like, episode 12 and episode 13 there was a gap between that. That's why I'm confused. Yeah, I know more or less also, right? Because I've also read a bit of it. I read a bit of it one time when I was up at night. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. When it was, I actually assumed it was different seasons. I didn't know they kept it as season 1, part 1. Or season 2, part 2, you know? I didn't know they kept it like that. Yeah, that's where I was confused. So I watched that one when it was coming out. Except for the second half of season 2. I didn't watch that when it was coming out, but I watched the other ones as they were coming out. I thought it had more episodes. It felt longer watching them. Yeah, not bad. It's just a little freaky. Too much at times for my taste. Yeah, I'm not a One Piece guy. I'll be honest with you. There is so much in One Piece, and I really don't know if I'll ever start it. I kind of want to read it. Yeah, I kind of want to read it. I think my plan for One Piece, if I ever want to watch it, is I think I'm gonna read One Piece until like whatever episode they're on, and then I'll start watching from there. Because I don't think I know I can read faster than I can watch an episode, right? That's like the main thing. Like I could read the manga faster than I can watch an episode, so like the time to read versus the time to watch is like, you know, shorter, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if I would. I still don't know if I would. Yeah, acted as a kid but never watched it in order until now. I see. No, I never was into it, like ever. I never watched it at all. It's that one and Bleach. I never watched either of them. One Piece and Bleach, never watched them. The one I did watch was Naruto, and then I eventually watched Naruto and finished it. But One Piece and Bleach, I never did. Of course, Dragon Ball I did, right? I'm all caught up basically on all the Dragon Ball except for. Well, I didn't really actually watch GT, like completely. Like I watched GT in pieces, so like I can't really say I watched GT, but GT isn't really canon, right? Like, I think I watched GT like on TV when it would come out, so it was never really like consistently. I think I had seen like some episodes here and there. But yeah, I watched Super and I never watched Daima, so that's where I'm at Dragon Ball. I'm like 5 episodes into Daima, but apparently it's gonna link in to the future, right? Like, that's the plan. That's why they brought in Daima. It's gonna link into stuff later on, and then it's gonna link into stuff with other stuff. I don't know. They had like plans for Daima, but like apparently a lot of people didn't really like Daima. But I'm assuming when Super comes back, they're gonna reference the Demon Realm more, which is why they needed to bring Daima. So like I said, that one I'm probably gonna watch like second monitor type stuff, you know? Have it running in the background while I'm just doing stuff. Because I actually like the dub for Dragon Ball Z. The Dragon Ball Z dub is actually like my preferred way to watch it, I won't lie to you. Because I watched it as a kid, right? Dubbed only. So it's like Dragon Ball is one of the only animes where I can watch the dub and not be like, You always confused Bleach with Inuyasha. Inuyasha is another one I could never get into, but Inuyasha is like a girl anime. Not to be rude, right? But it's like one of those where it's like all the girls liked Inuyasha growing up. You're like, oh my god, Wolf Spirit guy, he's so good looking. I never got into Inuyasha either. I never actually even, I can probably say I never actually watched an episode. Bleach, I definitely watched an episode of Bleach here and there, but like not really. Never really committed to the whole series. I thought I could slip past this guy. Have him like a warrior, like the girl. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, just from personal experience, you know, like I never watched it, but like I always knew that there's always a group of girls that liked Inuyasha specifically, you know what I mean? So I always had like, oh look, shiny Scovet, or Squovet, I don't even know how to say his name. Little squirrel. Alright. Well, that's the first shiny of today. He is a repeat though, I believe we already have one. We got a shiny. Let's go. Strawberry colored. Yo. The Weary Warlord. Thank you for following on Twitch. How's it going? A W shiny. You follow to chat. No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I only have that so hopefully the bots don't, you know, run the chat room. I have not heard of that one. Zatch Bell? I have not heard of that. You know, it's funny, the other day my dad was like, he went to a, I don't remember which one he went to. I think it was Walmart, and he saw a toy on clearance, and he was like, "Is that the Pokemon, right, or whatever?" And it was like Bakugan, so it was pretty funny. But it made me remembering Bakugan had a show, and you know what? The show was not that bad. It's discontinued, but you can still watch it on certain websites. I've just never heard of that. You've been banned for unfollowing a person before, so I wanted to check out before I misunderstood. Yeah, no, that's fine. I do appreciate the follow, regardless if you unfollow or not. I'm just here to shiny hunt and chat. What are my thoughts on ZA? Thoughts on ZA. This is like a rough topic for me, right? Because, you know, Moist Critical. I was a big fan of Moist Critical, and then he started getting into Pokemon. Started having some Pokemon comments. Honestly, I feel like we don't know enough yet, right? To really give it much of a harsh rating, as a lot of people are already giving it. I like it. I like the idea of the battles system. Now the wild zones are pretty weird, right? Like, it is weird that it is. It is weird that they have that it's only Lumiose, right? But like, you know, Lumiose City, it's gonna be big. I don't know. It is just a little weird. He kind of, what did he say? Moist Critical kind of said that everything that it was shown at the time looked bad, right? The game looked bad. Everything looked bad, and he was saying that Pokemon need to make better games, right? And a lot of people are like kind of jumped on it, right? Saying like you feel like they did the combat system dirty because they have real-time combat into a weird game with a ton of strange ideas. Yeah, right? Like, it's like one of those things, right? Like Legends Arceus, right? Arguably one of the best games in the Pokemon series, right? Had some weird stuff, right? When it came out, like, this was a first. Legends Arceus was a first, right? Like, why did we need to dodge roll, right? Like, there was a lot of stuff in Legends Arceus that was like, oh, this is very experimental, right? And you could tell it was very experimental because that's what the game was supposed to be, right? I feel like Legends Arceus was a test to see how people liked overworld Pokemon and overworld things instead of just grass, walking in grass. And people liked it. And so this game came out with all Pokemon spawning overworld. Now granted, I think this game was coded pretty harshly and there's bugs everywhere. Probably brought on because of, you know, Pokemon spawning in the overworld. So I feel like Legends Z to A is their try to correct some of their stuff. Right? Feel like they thought, hey, people are asking for real-time combat, so it's, yeah, right? it's a test, right? It's definitely a test. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, whatever works for this game is probably going to be implemented into the next mainline game. You know? Like, let's say the I don't know, the combat system, it is weird. I will agree with you, right? But it's unique. And even, you know, Legends Arceus had a unique combat system with the strong style and the agile style. But I don't think they care too much about the battling anymore in this game. Only because now Pokemon Champions is coming out. And Pokemon Champions is gonna be, I think that's gonna be where the next Pokemon tournaments are gonna be held, on Champions. I don't think there's gonna be a competitive scene for Legends ZA. Right? I think Pokemon Champions is the new thing. Yeah, no. Well, at the time of the video, Moist Critical didn't really see, the second trailer hadn't dropped, right? It was only the first one. And it was the fact that the game took place completely in Lumiose. And he was just kind of saying, like, how are you going to have an adventure exploration game when you can't even leave the city? Right? And it was like, oh, the wild zones, that's so weird. Like, why would you do that? I think the ranking system of battling your way from Z to A is kind of cool. Now, granted, it depends how cool the battling is gonna be. I don't actually know exactly how cool the battling will be. But I mean, I don't see it being too bad, because there are games that have that type of fighting system already in it, right? And I think so many people wanted the dodge mechanic already, so it's like, whoa. Yeah, right? Like, the anime always had dodge that, or jump over his head, you know what I mean? And in this game, you finally can do that. So that is cool. But definitely, I don't know. It's just, you go back to watch like a trailer of Legend Z to A, and it was so wildly different from the original Pokemon we had been getting, right? And it's like, what? And like, you go back to, like, you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon, right? I think Sun and Moon was when they first got rid of the idea of badges. People were like, what do you mean there's gonna be an island trial and there's no more badges, you know? Like, the changes the game, and if people like it, they continue changing the game. Have I ever played Astral Chain? No, I have not, but I really wanted to. I wanted to play. I saw, it's because it's on the Switch, and I saw that people said that it's like super good, but like the story is super fast or something. I did want to play it though. I have seen stuff on it, but not like actual gameplay. I avoided actual gameplay to not be spoiled, potentially, to hopefully get it, but I never bought the game. That could be on the list of the next games to play though. It just depends. I need to finish SMT5. God, I really need to finish that game. I'll be honest with you guys, it's a grind, and I have to grind off stream because I don't want to grind on stream. And I don't really touch my Switch that often when I'm not streaming. So I have to like force myself to make time to play the game. You always thought Pokemon could learn from the combat system? Oh, I see, I see. Mainly the Legion part. Yeah, no. I definitely think like it's too soon in the trailers, right? As soon, especially when he made the video, Most Critical, right? That like it was too soon to really be like, you know, shitting on the game that heavily, right? Like, and how do I say this, right? Like, there's a lot of people behind him, right, saying that it's like bad, and like, not to be rude, but a lot of these people are just brainless, right? He said it, so they agree. Like, people who really don't like it aren't actually trying to see the concept of it. I really think a lot of people still play Pokemon for the nostalgia, and they want to like Pokemon for the nostalgia of liking Pokemon, right? But like, if you haven't played or really liked the past, like all the Switch games basically, right, and you still call yourself a Pokemon fan, like, you should probably drop the series at this point. If you hated every single Pokemon game so far, the mainline games, right? Because if we're talking about Legends Arceus was good, right? Undoubtedly the best. Yeah, right. It's a trend to hate on Nintendo right now, and like, I can kind of get that, right? You know, Nintendo is greedy, right? Game Freak, this game was buggy, it was rushed, but they have had so much time to cook the new game, right? So it's like, hopefully this new game is good. Yeah, it is a trend to hate on Nintendo and hate on Pokemon and Game Freak for that matter. But I just feel like if you have played, like, dude, I'm still playing this game, right? And I said after I get the Ursaring, I'm gonna transfer him to Legends Arceus to evolve him. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if everything, okay, so Friday I have to go to the DMV, right? But if I can get the DMV stuff done pretty quickly, which is impossible, but if I can get the DMV stuff done, then I plan to play through Let's Go Pikachu, right? Starting this Friday. If I can't get the DMV stuff, it's gonna be Saturday. But either way, right? Like, you see, I play all the games and I don't care. Like, I feel like you have to actually play these games to actually have a real opinion on this stuff, because a lot of people who actually play these games a lot, I think they're hyped for the new game. You know? I don't think a lot of actual fans are heavily shitting on it. DMV, say hi to the sloths for me, for real, dude. I'm just gonna renew my license, so hopefully it's not that long. Hopefully is the key word. But I have a feeling there's a snag in my address, because when I registered to vote, I was in college and I wasn't here. So my address did change, but I'm back here. So I have a feeling because of that change, there's a problem. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something like fill out a form to change the address and then fill out a form to renew the license type deal, you know, and that's gonna just be a hassle. But like I said, you can always hope that everything goes out right the first time and I'm in and out of there in less than an hour, which will never happen, but I can always hope. Yeah, that and like the DMV here closes at 4:50 or 4:30. I said 4:50, 4:30. So like I gotta go early, right? I have to go at least by 12 o'clock because I don't want to go there on a Friday at like 2, hoping that it's gonna go under 2 hours, and then it doesn't, and then I'm like screwed because I have to go back the next Monday because like Friday is my only free day to actually go. So I have to make sure I get there by like at least 12, earlier if possible. Damn, I have a tickle in my throat. I have a bad tickle in my throat right now. I really think it's allergies. I think there's something in the air tonight. No, I think there's something in the air. I gotta check the weather app, see if there's like a pollen thing today. It doesn't say there is. I don't know. I saw someone talk about. So I don't like taking Benadryl anymore, right? I've taken Benadryl in the past, right? And like all it really does for me is put me to sleep. Did I play Pokken? No, I did not actually. I completely skipped that. It took me a while to get a Switch, right? So like I had, when I got Sword and Shield, it was like already kind of, it wasn't a new game. But when I finally got a Switch, I kind of didn't really want to play Pokken. I'm not a fighting game person either, so. Kind of a little unlucky right now. I think we're gonna be close to 2 hours. I know we didn't start on Ursaring, but I want to say this is at least an hour and a half into the hunt for him. But still nothing. And I was thinking about like Legend Zeta A, right? It's I'm thinking, or I'm hoping at least, like it might be more mission based, you know? Like not necessarily Pokemon type, but like just missions in general. Because you're gonna be running out of your base of operations is the hotel, right? Like, why would they mention it like that? Like your base of operations, right? Because I literally think that's what it says in the trailer. Like, is it? I feel like you're gonna be running missions for the hotel. Like, maybe not fetch quests, essentially, but like, you know, do this and that, help this lady fight off some blah 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 or whatever, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it might be more mission based and stuff like that than like other games. Because like in Pokemon games, right, the main story is, you know, badges, Elite Four champion, and there's like a ending story, and like every single side quest. There's not really side quests in Pokemon, right? But like completely 100% optional, right? Like you don't have to do anything in Pokemon besides the main story. But maybe this one you have to like maybe build rep with the people in the hotel. I don't know. Then another comment that he had, right, is like most of the buildings in Pokemon are not accessible, right? I feel like if Lumio City is gonna be the main thing, these buildings are gonna be accessible. You know, like there's gonna be way more accessible buildings than like the main game had, right? Because the main game, Lumios, was just a place to. It was just another town, you know? Talk to a couple people, do a couple things, and then leave. And then of course they had the whole boat stuff, but like, you know, it wasn't anything super crazy in the main game, right? But yeah, I don't know. Trying to defend the game, but not trying to like defend it, you know? Just trying to say like it's. I don't think it's as. I hope it's not as terrible as everybody who's hating on it thinks it's gonna be. Yo, how's it going, Solo? Yeah, that is unfortunate. And it's funny, right? Because normally I do agree with a lot of Moist Critical's takes, right? But like that kind of like grinded me a bit, you know? Like, especially because he's like not the guy to talk about Pokemon. He's like not the guy to talk about Pokemon. I don't want to be rude to him, right? Like, sure, he's played all the games and he says he's been playing the game since most of us were born. Like, sure, right? But like, he doesn't actually play the games, right? Like, he plays the story and then that's it. He puts the game away forever. And then, you know, I saw he was doing like Pokemon Showdown stuff, and he had no idea who any of the Pokemon were, right? He didn't even know type advantages or disadvantages, right? And he didn't know like moves, like he knew nothing. So it's like, this guy, you know, like, I mean, I don't know. Be a fan of the franchise, I feel like you'd have to like more than one of the games. But yeah, I don't know. And I swear, I'm not really a Nintendo apologist either, right? Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not a Nintendo apologist. Like, I don't care to defend a multi-billion-dollar company, right? At all, right? Like, yes, they are greedy. The new Switch is super expensive. I don't really want to buy one, but I probably will. Yes, I am American, so I'm probably gonna be paying out the nose for anything extra. Like $90 Joy-Cons is insane, you know? That is gross. But I mean, that's how it's gonna be, right? Like, it sucks, but if I want the Switch, I'm gonna have to pay for it, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying too, right? Like, I agree with that take, right? Like, people are, yeah, right? But like I was saying, right? Like you only really like the game for nostalgia, right? And the nostalgia of the old games, which is fine, right? People can have their opinion, right? But like I think if you come out of the new games hating them, it's time to drop the series. You know, just how it is. I think you've outgrown it. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like just drop the series. Like you're no longer a Pokemon fan. You were a fan, but you aren't anymore. Yeah, right? Like I think so too. But you just I don't know. It is just it's just weird. It's okay to be a fan of things and hate the new games. And it's like you're not a fan of the game anymore, right? Like Assassin's Creed is a big one, right? There's so many people that were super huge Assassin's Creed fans, and then like the latest ones kind of fell off for them, right? It's like that's cool. It's just how it is. And if you hate every single game, you might just be a Gen 1er. You know? You might just be a Gen 1er. And Gen 1ers are strange to me. But a newer game that had like catered, it's just it won't happen, right? Because the amount of people like my age, some Moist Critical's age, right? Which is like 20s to 30s, right? That are actually still playing Pokemon are completely outnumbered by the younger generation. You know? People in their 20s playing Pokemon still versus from, you know, birth to 19. It's just way more people. They will not cater to a version of games that is nice to this, that. On the other hand, there's conservative players that play it now for hundreds of hours, say they would not buy the game if they tried anything new, so it goes both ways. Yeah, but Pokken isn't really a... Pokken was something different. That's like Unite. You know, Unite is also very different. Even if Legends Arceus and Legends ZA are different, they're essentially almost like a main line. Yeah, right? But it's like a different genre of Pokemon. Like Pokken Unite, even Cafe Remix. What else is there? Shuffle isn't a thing anymore, I don't think. But like all these games are like different versions of Pokemon. They're like a different genre of a Pokemon game. it's still Pokemon. I mean, I guess that's fair. The IP is more, well, yeah, right? There's even the card games. There's a whole card game aspect that you haven't even mentioned. You see, I've the only thing I haven't really played is Pokken. But that's because Pokken was behind a paywall of buying the game. You know? If Pokken was free to play, I probably would have played it. Ultra conservative is considered a real Pokemon game. Eh. I'm saying there's genres, right? And like those are not mainline games, right? What I'm talking about is like mainline games. The main Pokemon games. I think Pokémon's also dead, isn't it? I don't think there's an online service for Pokken anymore. No, come on, I didn't touch him. But even then, right? Like if there's a person who only plays Pokken, right? The whole mainline side game is weird to you. Well, I mean, it's I mean, not to be rude, right? But it's obvious what a mainline game is and a side game is. If Pokken was a mainline game, where's Pokken 2? You know? Pokken Ultimate Showdown, Pokken this, right? Like there's clearly more love into, you know, the mainline games, right? It's like, why is it called Gen 9, right? We're on Gen 9. That's because there's previous generations of mainline games. But I don't know. People don't really consider, like, well, they don't consider Legends Arceus and this next one to be a mainline game, right? Weird mindset, because in the end Pokemon is Pokemon. I guess IP wise, yes. Look, another shiny. Let's go, shiny Litten. Litleo, Litten. My bad. Litleo. That's the second shiny today. Sadly, we already have that though. I do not know why I'm coughing so much. There's just a tiny tickle. Um, but yeah, no, like I mean, it's the same IP, yes, right? But like it's I don't know. I don't really know how to make it make sense for you. I don't think it's that weird of a mindset because I mean, there's a clear distinction of what is the Pokemon games, right? That are constantly evolving versus the side games that have nothing to do with the main functionality of Pokemon, right? Because even the shows are about catching, beating gyms, you know, becoming the Elite Four trainer. Oh, I gotta read your message. Oh, okay, okay, I get you. I get you. It's just okay. But the point wasn't really that, right? When I was saying the point wasn't that. The point what I was trying to make, right, was that if you hate every single new game that is coming out, that does not just relate to these Pokemon games, right? And it's not just one game, right? Like you can like Pokemon and hate Scarlet and Violet, right? And like that's fine. But there's people who hate all the Switch era games, right? Like all of them. And it's like if you haven't liked a single Switch era game, like that's you're not a fan of it anymore, you know? Like you liked the old stuff, but you haven't liked anything new. Like you were a fan, but if you haven't liked anything, like the Switch has been out for a long time now, you know? Like at least 7 years of Pokemon that you just have not liked in 7 years. Like now you're not really a fan, you know? Like you could say you're a fan of the trading card game still. Like you're a fan of Pokken, or you just don't like the main series. But there's people out there who literally hate the thought of every single Switch game that has come out. That like since Sword and Shield, it's been bad, you know? Like there is people like that. Like I'll be honest, I've played all the games and I've heavily played all the games. But if I had to choose one that I don't like, it's Brilliant Diamond. You know, I don't like Brilliant Diamond. When I played that game, it felt like a chore. But Brilliant Diamond is a remake, and I do like the original Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. But Brilliant Diamond felt like a chore for me to play. Like I kind of just wanted the Pokemon from it. That doesn't mean I didn't really like it. I did like the whole underground stuff. I thought that was unique. And now Shiny Hunt in it if I really wanted to. Right? But like if I had to choose one that's bad, it's that one. So I'm not really saying all that. You know? I never played Pokken. But that's one game out of like multiple, you know? Out of a lot. And I can understand why people don't like Scarlet and Violet, dude. This game has a lot of bugs. People saying they would love X Mechanic if it wasn't a real Pokemon game. I don't know. You can be a Unite fan and not a Pokemon fan, and I'm pretty sure there are people who just like Unite. Right? Like Unite is very heavily League of Legends inspired, or just MOBA in general inspired. So there are people who just like that. But I don't feel like, I feel like those people don't even call themselves Pokemon fans. They call themselves Pokemon Unite fans. Let's go, we finally got him. Alright. He almost like blended in. I almost didn't see him. Let's go. He is a gummy bear. He's a gummy bear for now. We're gonna take him to another game. Okay. Alright. Now we can save this game and leave and go to Legends Arceus. I don't actually know if I even have a peat brick in Legends Arceus. Plus it has to be a full moon. I don't know if we have all the criteria to evolve this guy yet. I do get what you're saying, right? Because there's also a lot of people who just collect cards, right? What I'm really trying to get at is just big time haters of all the recent games are not really fans anymore. You know, because I feel like as a fan, you should be excited for the next thing that comes out. Right? You shouldn't be already thinking it's gonna be bad before you even get anything new from it. That's all I'm really trying to say. Is the stream? Yeah, okay. Got a weird notification. I think I dropped frames. Okay, I can see your point, right? I do see your point. But it's just like, how realistic is your point? You know? I don't really, I don't know. You can be a fan of the IP, right? Like that's what I'm trying to say with the cards, right? There's people who only collect cards Sure, they're Pokemon fans, right? Because cards are the IP as well. And the mainline games are, you know, the mainline games for Pokemon. But my point wasn't really... Okay, my point is supposed to be that you hold nostalgia for the game, but you don't play them or like them anymore. You know? Like, I'll bring Assassin's Creed back in, right? I loved Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but I'm not a super huge Assassin's Creed fan of everything else. I really just liked Black Flag. And I didn't really play a lot of them. I think I played like 3 and Black Flag. I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I liked Black Flag, that's it. You know, I don't even consider myself a fan of the whole franchise entirely. I just liked Black Flag. Oh, look at that, lucky. A shiny Gloom. My whole thing is, you know, real true fans of it, whether you're a fan of like Unite or any aspect of Pokemon, right? You play the game, you like the game, you're excited for the next thing to come out, right? Like people who collect cards, they're always waiting for the next set of cards to drop, right? Like they buy all the cards, they open up packs, they wait for the next set to drop, which usually happens like every 3 months or so, right? And then you have the people like Unite who wait for the next update to come out, right? And they're excited for the next update. Now I know that's not really the same, more or less, but it is, right? And like, you know, people who are fans of the mainline games, they play all the games, still play the games, and then they wait for the next one to come out, right? My point was just that there are people who hate every single new game that has come out, right? They're not a fan of anything. They're only a fan of the old games from 3DS down. And my point is, you're not a fan of like Pokemon anymore. Like you have nostalgia for the old games and you like the old games. But I think it's like you don't like them anymore, you know? You don't like the direction of anything anymore. And like, not to be rude, right? But these are the same people who will play the main game, not even buy the DLC, right? I know the DLC is extra, right? But, you know, they don't buy the DLC, and I think the DLC for this game is super good. I think the DLC made this game, the story for the DLC is super good, right? And it made this game, like, infinitely better, right? There's like 1,000 more things to do in this game because of the DLC. And the same goes with Sword and Shield, right? Like there's 1,000 more things to do in that game because of DLC. Dynamax adventures, right? Things you can do new. Maybe my opinion is invalid because I am a shiny hunter, and of course I have hours and hours in this game because I shiny hunt, right? But like, it doesn't change the fact that I'd still play all the games. All the mainline games. I don't know. I'm excited for the next games because I want to see what's new. Now, if I'll like it, we'll see. Okay. Got a shiny gloom out of nowhere. I think it's time to jump to the other game now. We should put ourselves somewhere for the next time. You know what? This isn't a bad spot, actually. I'm gonna go more up. I want an Esper so bad. Oops. I'm gonna go up to the top a bit. Actually, you know what? We'll stand right next to an Esper. Hopefully we get an Esper outbreak next time we open this game. Ooh. We're gonna have to drop this guy off. Where is home? I have home here. Thanks. Oh my god, we haven't played home in a while. Oh my god. Okay. You're gonna see a game in here that I did not want people to see. Okay. Okay, see, I could agree with you, right? A bit, but it's just like, if the game hasn't changed, right? Like you say, like fundamentally wise, I guess, right? It hasn't changed. That's even more reason. The game hasn't changed. Where did he go? I think he's in the box over here, right? There he is. Like, that's even more reason, right? Like, the game hasn't changed. But even then, like, a lot of Mario fans are like, you know, the same way. They want the next game because they like Mario. I don't know. my main point was just to be that you get these new games expecting them to be a certain way, right? And if you can't accept the changing times of the Pokemon games, right? The mainline games. I keep using that term, but it's true. If you can't accept the changingness of it and be excited for the next one, I don't think you're a super duper fan anymore. You know, because fans are people who are actively excited for the next thing, who play the games, who are want something new or whatever. I said it's fine to hate a game, right? But like to hate multiple games. Hating is never cool. You can not like a game, is what I'm trying to say, right? Oh, we didn't even bring this guy into the game. Oopsie. Hold up, we had to put him in first. That's also another one, right? I love Battlefield 1, 5. I liked 5. A lot of people didn't like 5, but I liked 5. I liked, I actually, believe it or not, played a lot of Battlefield 2042. Right? Now, Battlefield 2042 is probably one of the worst Battlefields out there, right? But I gave it a solid try. I just got upset by how much they were changing the game, not for the better. Did I ever move the shiny into this game? Where is my shiny Duskull? And where's my shiny Dusclops and Roselia? There they are. Oh my god, it scared me. I thought they just appeared on me. Yeah. I don't know. I just think a lot of people fell out of love with Pokemon. And I think Moist Critical is one of them. Right? He fell out of love with Pokemon, and I don't think it's for him anymore, you know? And that is fine. But what's not fine is I think he feels like it is still for him and tries them and then just goes online, makes a video saying that it's bad. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm a super huge Pokemon fan. This sucks. Hate this game. They haven't made a single new good game since the 3DS era, right? Like, you know, that's how I feel about most of the things he says about it, right? It's like, oh, he don't like it, and he hasn't liked the game since forever. Okay, we need a peat brick. I realize I don't have a peat brick. How do we get a peat brick again? That's the real question. I forget how to do this in this game. Peat block, my bad. Oops. No, did I closed it? Can I do the Control Shift T here? I can. Thank you. Okay. I closed all my tabs by accident. So give me a moment to... I have to reload everything. Hopefully I didn't lose too much that wide. I think we're still good. Hopefully the chat, I don't think the chat ended, or the stream ended on that. Okay, we're good. There you go, peat block, that's what we're looking for. We have to dig it up. Okay. Where is it? It's gonna be here, right? The Mirelens. Wow. We are probably gonna be here for a while then. That's unfortunate. We have to dig it up. Okay. Well, I guess we just start doing it, right? Oh, it was right there. Oh, it's Y. I was pressing A. Maybe we get lucky? No. I need truffle. And we're gonna be here for a while, ain't we? There. Ain't we? Okay. Oh. Old verse 1. Maybe later. Okay. I did not realize I didn't have a peat brick. Go this way. Should really go to the bog though. It's probably the best place to go. Go. Something. Iron chunk. It's a random chance apparently to find this, so well, here we go. Old verse 2? Old verse 9. Wow. Somehow done a full circle, I think. There's like nothing here. Oh, there you go. Something. Oh, Pachirisu. This place is dangerous right now. Okay, we gotta get down there and try to get this without disturbing a Pachirisu. Oopsie. Come on, find it. Where is it? Where the heck is this? Cool. Jesus Christ. Did they even dig up anything? Almost died. It's still there. Jesus. We are gonna die. This place is not safe. Oh, here we go. Something. Okay. Up here somewhere. Iron chunk. Cool. Okay, here we go. Something new. Ball of mud. Cool. Oh boy. Something. We're getting shot at. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Sunstone. We just need one peat block. That's all we need. Andy Truffle. Man, that was a big fall. I think it was gonna be that big. Okay. And once we get out of the area of these people, I think we're gonna go back. Go down here. Let's drop off all this stuff we found, or we get a full inventory. Are you sure we don't have a peat block anywhere? Don't. Hmm. How unfortunate. Is that really the only way though? You might find them in Ginter's shop. Let's go home and come back. Let's go home, check, and then it's hard apparently. That sucks. These guys, right? I'm gonna find them in these guys. Please have it. Unusual shoes. Mushroom cake set. I'll take it. Yeah, we're gonna get it here. Let's buy the shoe. I don't know what the shoe is. Alright, this one isn't our house. This one, right? This one's our house. I don't remember. I know I'll see it. Yeah, this is our house. I have the Rotom stuff, that's why. What are the shoes? I gotta see. These are probably it, right? The modern shoes. Sure, why not? Hmm. Yeah, tired. Ball of mud. We gonna be here for a while. Hmm. Shoot. Okay, something good? No. Finding all this candy truffle. Oh. Okay, Jesus. Status Pokemon are the worst. Leave me alone, please. Please, please. Oh. 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 You know, Carnivine. Carnivine's pretty interesting. Because for some reason I never linked Carnivine to this game. Right? Not this game, to like the Sinnoh region. PLA is fire, what am I hunting for? A peat block. I just want a peat block. I'm on the hunt for a peat block. I have a shiny Ursaring, you can see behind my head, that I caught in Scarlet and Violet, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna evolve him in this game. So I brought him over and I realized I don't have a peat block. So I'm looking for a peat block, and it's a random chance. My hair just fell down. It is a random chance from any of these searches, so. I checked, it just says random. I don't really know. This is gonna be very annoying, I can tell. But yeah. I checked, there's no, unless these things are not sure either. I don't think there's an actual place to just get one for free besides, you know, the main mission where you get one. But I've already used that one a long time ago. Okay, it says 3 guaranteed ways. So this shop, which we already saw, I don't have it. It says he'll change. Okay, so we can check the store. The store guy says, did I rank up at all in TCG Pocket? Not really. I played for a bit, but I haven't actually touched rank. I'm trying to get a Magneton from the Pikachu deck, the Pikachu pack. So I've been doing that, and then I kind of got busy, I'm not gonna lie. Easter, and then so long and so forth. Oh, I didn't even tell you, weren't even here in the beginning. I got hacked on Discord. So I've been spending the past like couple days resetting passwords for everything. You know, a lot has happened since the last stream, unfortunately. Got hacked on Discord. I switched out all that stuff, and then I decided to switch out everything else because I got scared. And then I Easter Easter had everyone over. How'd it happen? I'm pretty sure it's because I tried to download something in emulator, and I think I may have been bamboozled. I think my own greed got me. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. That's the only thing shady I've done in the past, like, for a long time. Oh look, there's a thing over there. So yeah, pretty sure that was it. But yeah, no, I haven't actually played. I've just been super doing other things. So okay, so the Ginkgo guy has it apparently, but you have to catch Pokemon. It says it'll change if you catch 20 Pokemon. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we could do that. Yeah, you do have to be careful, right? I was clearly not. Like, there's a bunch of things. It's not really, it's always okay. Illegal talk, I guess, right? It's usually not the emulator itself that gives you the viruses. It's the games, because it's very hard to get games, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you this. I tried to emulate a Switch game because I didn't want to buy it. Okay? And that's already a problem there, right? The Switch is no go, right? You do not want to emulate new hardware because that's like a big issue nowadays, right? But you see, my own greed of the thought of not having to spend, you know, $50 for a game was like, oh. But yeah, that's on me, big time. I won't lie, but it is what it is. It happened. Bright side is I did, you know, change like everything, right? Now I'm safer than ever. I got 2-factor on everything. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, everything's fine. I got 2-factor on everything now. I think all my stuff is secure more than it has been. or more than it was. Okay. Oh man. Who do I have in my party? I think this guy's too weak, right? Level 61. Ooh. No one really super high. Typhlosion? No, Garchomp. Let's smoke this poor guy. I'm just trying to get a heat block. Oh, Black Augerite or whatever. Dang. You see, they added that to the game, right? To Scarlet Violet. Why didn't they add this at the P block? Turtwig. That's a Turtwig outbreak. I really do not know why I am coughing. Most unfortunate. There we go. Iron Chunk, come on, man. What's up here? look at that. Hold up. I need to check the map. That has potential. Ooh, I'm annoyed. Okay. Dang it. Yes, look away from me. Why? Hate this game. Please, just throw the ball at him. Okay, I'm terrible at aiming. Oh, we didn't get to finish the dang outbreak. This is cool. That's a new Ursa Luna though. That thing, that was actually a good one. We should have probably paid attention and done that outbreak faster. Okay, we'll start over here. Because what if we just found a shiny Ursa Luna? You know what I mean? I would have totally just been fine with that. Finding a whole shiny other than just a peat block. Dang candy truffle. That's a new Ursa Luna though. I think we only had one. It's funny. Okay. Well, we only caught 6. We still have to catch like 14 more, right? And then we're like the shop resets. Star piece. Grains. I mean, I guess, right? This is just building up all the stuff we need. Mud. Oh. More grains. Jesus. Why are the Pachirisu so dangerous? Yo. Okay, we need to save the game for sure. Cool. Okay. Everything is like going around. It's trying to destroy me. Okay. Am I shiny hunting? Not really. I'm looking for a Pete brick. But I just found a shiny right now. Shiny Teddiursa. Anytime I'm playing this game, it is shiny hunting, I'll be honest with you. But the goal is currently to find a Pete brick. And we are not really on that. That's funny though, shiny Teddiursa. While we're trying to find a Pete brick to try to evolve our shiny Ursaring into a shiny Ursaluna. I think I'm gonna head out of here. We should go somewhere else. I don't think we have to necessarily be in the Mirelands. I think we can be anywhere. Where should we go though? Maybe here. The Cobalt Coast. Maybe just chilling here would be a nice area. Oh man. Plus on the off chance we get something shiny. Iron chunk. Beans. It's straight up like right here. Hurry up, we're gonna die. Oh, there's something here. Let's go. More mud. More iron. More mud. Yeah, I don't think there's anything out there. I think I'm done. It's 8 in the morning. I want to do other things today, so I'm not so sure what's gonna happen, but we'll see. I think I am done playing Pokemon for now. So, yeah, I'm going to head out here. I'm going to save the game and we'll see what's up later. But we do need that Peat Brick. Especially now we found a Teddiursa as well. So we definitely need the Peat Brick for a shiny Ursaluna. Yeah. I appreciate everybody who came in, tuned in, you know, chatted. I like yapping, so it's cool. But I will catch you guys later next time. We'll see what happens. Bye bye.